We are now presenting the plaque to the Honorable Minister of State for Education. May I at this juncture invite the chairman of the occasion and also the chairman of NIPOF for the presentation of this plaque to the Honorable Minister.
We have to squeeze our time to run down here, to be with you people, spend some time with some remarks, not essentially to educate anybody on anything, but to encourage you. Because we are doing a very important assignment for our country, and thereafter to run back to begin our screening, which will start again on the. And so I recognize you, the Minister of State for Education, and my special regards to family and to your the senior minister. So, let me thank you people for extending invitation to me. For me, I'm always excited, Madam Minister, whenever I'm in the midst of people who are talking about education. For me, apart from national security, the next ministry in terms of importance and the role the ministry plays in the future of our country. The next ministry, next department of Ministry of Government is your ministry, madam. So when I have this invitation to be with you before to share ideas and perspectives on the great work you are doing, I'm excited to come. So let me wish you all well. I know that the ES and other professionals are here. ES was speaking before I came. Even though I was not here when he spoke, I believe that he has told us everything we need to know. And let me say that I concur with all of you. So, who am I to say anything new? If the ES himself has spoken, I can only but concur here. And former ES is also seated here. These are the people, the experts in this, how you run polytechnics, how you use polytechnic education for national transformation and development. Because that is where you build middle-level critical manpower. If you look at the economies, Madam Minister, if you look at the economies of most of even the G20 countries, they are not driven by the Fortune 100 companies alone. The companies and enterprises that drive sustainable development are those middle-level ones, where people go. They don't even go to universities. They go to technical colleges, they go to polytechnics, and they acquire skills. For some of them, it's just to manufacture bolts. Just bolts. Other people, they just want key. For others, they just want the seat of a vehicle. Not the vehicle, the seat. And they learn it well here. In fact, to the extent that they hand it over from generation to generation. You don't hear big degrees. Don't hear big degrees. But the middle level manpower base, those are the people actually that drive sustainable growth. I'm talking of industrial growth in a sustainable way. Husband and wife and children, small business, but they do it well. So, you people who are the experts the Honorable Minister, and I recognize former years Professor A.T. Abdullahi, who's good. So you see, all of you, the experts are here. So I came to wish you people well and to associate myself with any roadmap that may be agreed upon at the end of this interaction. And it's a good thing that the Honorable Minister is here. Last time I had an opportunity to make some remarks. I'm not qualified, I don't consider myself qualified to give lectures to professors. Which are the experts. I'm not a professor, at least not yet. Not yet. Even though I like that job. I like that job. There are two other jobs I would have loved to do. Journalism and then lecturing. I like that job. So I can't lecture them. But when I was invited to make some remarks, after the end of that session, I made a request from our minister that I was going to, with him, with all of us, and others, see your minister. I whispered to your minister when he came for a function in the National Assembly, but we've not been able quite to agree on the time for that interaction. And now that you are here, even when we come to the ministry, you will still hear. But my people have a saying that when you are a chief host of guests, if you are a good host and you receive good guests, you hear a message twice. You hear the preliminary what they whisper to you, and you also hear the formal presentation. So, madam, you are hearing the whispering now. I intend to come with them to engage the ministry, two of you, to see how we can give priority to technical education in our country. The policies of the ministry must reflect that. The funding priorities of the ministry and of the federal government must reflect that. We're expecting the budget by next week. If we receive the MTEF this week, I will be looking at that budget. And as a member of the Committee on Tertiary Education, when you and your minister come, I will take you people to task on this issue. If it is not too late, please do some more work. I know there are things called envelope budgeting, but look for a big envelope. Education is so massive and is so important to all of us, to our future. Even if we may not have the resources to even equip all the polytechnics at once. But let us take some. Let us take some. Even if it is 6, select them. The ES and their teams and the relevant people in your ministry will work out their requirements. It is so bad in this country. This area of technical manpower development, skills development, is so bad. All of us who have built houses. I have been living in a rented house since I left governorship. 3 days ago, I was able to move to my house and manage to finish. But you see, and the same applies to all of you who have built houses or who are currently building. Even the bricklayers now we have to get from Kotonou. Is that not? Can you imagine? In Nigeria now, the people that will lay tiles, we have to get them from Otogo. It's so bad. Electricians is the same thing. Very soon, even vulcanizers. It is we can start with them. Let us put all the equipment that are needed to train technical manpower in those 6. So that when someone passes from those polytechnics, we know that we are done when it comes to the issue of employment. Because there's ready business, there's ready markets, their services are highly sought after and needed. But the skills development process is faulty. People leave polytechnics and run to universities and get newspaper qualifications, a degree in political science, a degree in public administration, a degree in international relations. No problem. We are not saying those degrees are bad. No education is useless. But let's not do so at the expense of technical development. So, yes, you have a big job to do. Those of you who are regulating, ensure that some of these priorities are rightly streamlined and developed. You people are doing so much even in a very terrible situation, but keep working hard. And finally, know that, Madam Minister and all of you, you are not alone. And there are a lot of us out there who appreciate the magnitude of assignment you have, and who are also looking for different ways we can support you for the benefit of our country. I want to thank all of you for finding time to brainstorm on these matters that are very serious importance. And most importantly, thank you for inviting me to be here to give these remarks of solidarity. Like I said, not a lecture. I'm not qualified to lecture professors, but remarks of solidarity. I wish you all fruitful and impactful deliberation. And I believe at the end of this meeting, I would like to have a copy of whatever communique, whatever resolution that you may have resolved to agree on, so that we can all start supporting the group and start to go forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, the chairman of the.
So permit me to sit down. Let me start by first recognizing our cerebral Senator Dixon. It was just to sit on or to actually agree to whatever the ES-LBTE has made an earlier speech. He agreed on that, and though he mentioned that he was not a lecturer, but I can assure you that, and I know you'll attest to that, that we have received a very good one. Yes. So we have received a very good one. And he has also depicted his in-depth knowledge about the technical sector. We thank you for understanding this sector and also for supporting NBT. Your presence alone have actually shown that you have an interest in the technical aspect. I will actually respond to some of the remarks you made, but after I recognize everyone that is seated here. I would like to also recognize the ESNBT. I've been fighting with the word to use to describe him. I don't know what to use. I don't want to use radical. Radical is a bit negative. I wish I could use that word, because for him, he's the kind of person, as I said, he says it as he sees it. Regardless of the consequence. But he has been doing a good thing also with FBT. We thank you for all your hard work and also the reforms that we have introduced at the sector. Former Executive Secretary, my father, A.J. Abdullahi, when he said 80, I was amazed. You know, with flag, you can never tell your age. You can never tell my age. You say, who is this small girl that is talking? But you can't know my age, I'm Fulani, so please bear with me. So we thank you and we keep praying for better health for you and longer life also. Other we appreciate you also. Rectors, I call you my colleagues because before I was appointed as a Minister of State for Education, I was a provost. So I understand your position and where you are coming, so I align with you and recognize you here present. And of course, the representation for ESCCE and NYSC, and all other invited dignitaries, good afternoon, okay, it's still morning, so good morning all. As I said before I go into my speech, let me just respond to some of the observations by the Honorable Senator. Number one, let me assure you, TVET is one of the key pillars. I don't know whether ESMBT have not actually briefed you on what we are doing at the ministry, but TVET is one of our key priorities. We have spent, in fact, we have spent a lot of money on the TVET agenda. Not only recognizing the gaps in terms of basic skills in the country, but we have also recognized that to be developed is not about white-collar job. It's about the technical industry. It's about the innovators. It's about the skill set required to move this country. And because of that, we have a very big agenda on the table. We have right now launched the VEIs and the STCs, where we have about 1 million Nigerians that are registered to actually learn basic skills. We have about 25 trades that we have identified based on a questionnaire that we distributed. Members to identify the skill sets. Of course, we did our on-term analysis, identify these 25 skill sets. Tiling, bricklaying, POP, solar, all these are skill sets that we know that our youths are missing, and they are areas that are needed, not only in the country, but across the world. And because of that, we launched this particular TVET agenda. Right now is in cohort. The first cohort right now that we have matched to different VEIs and STCs training centers. We have now registered 100 youths in the country. That program has already started. We are giving them stipend, and at the end of their program, we are also going to give them startup. This is a huge investment by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So already we have that. Apart from that, also we have refocused our federal technical colleges. These are the secondary school by the federal government. Along the way, initially we have these federal technical colleges, but along the way somebody just added science. And students, because of the perception of the technical sector, students have preference. Everybody wants to be a doctor, an engineer, and they have a perception that the technical is a layman job and you don't get money. So people run away from the technical aspect. Right now, as I'm speaking, we have refocused our technical and science colleges. We have split them. We have the science colleges and we have the technical colleges. Anybody going for the technical colleges is tuition free. Stipend will be given to you. Even the meal subsidy you don't pay. So it is completely free for a child now to enroll into any federal technical college. Just to give the incentive and refer students into the technical colleges. I wouldn't bore you too much in terms of what we are doing, but as you said, you are going to engage us at the ministry, you are highly welcome. But I can assure you, you will grade us an A, because we are doing a lot. We have realized that and we are doing everything in our power to bridge that gap, to ensure that we have all the skill sets, and our youth also have opportunities. A bricklayer and more than a civil servant at entry level. All these skill sets, all this is a very good thing that we are doing, and as I mentioned, you'll be able to get that. And I will also use this opportunity to say that anytime you are tired of politicking, you can come to my university. So, as I mentioned, I always restrict myself to a script because I talk too much. I don't want to bore you with all my thinking. But I'm very happy to join today's event. When I came in, I saw the place and I asked him, where are all the other people? He said, rectors are here. I'm a representative of NCCE and others. And I said, but I'm not seeing my own partners. Where are the industries? Where are the private sector? Because polytechnics don't operate in silo. If you operate in silo, then there is a problem. You are serving the industries. They are major stakeholders in the polytechnic sector. Therefore, these industries, whatever activity you are in, you must be carried out. Let them understand they can support you. As an industry, a person that has an industry, I can come to the country and say, I need graduates to have this particular skills. And I can support you in terms of giving you all the necessary equipment that you need so that you can give me these graduates at the end. So you need to partner closely with your industries, and therefore, please, you need to carry them along in whatever activities that you do at the Polytechnics. We have realized this from the current Minister of Education. For us, our engagement, we always engage industries in whatever we do that has to do with this event sector. Because, for instance, the Tibet agenda we are doing, we actually are opportunity to have a lot of support from development partners that have interest in vocational training, and even industries that also have interest in this particular sector. So please try to take them along. At the same time as Polytechnics also, this is a very important thing, the foundation and the development. But as individual Polytechnics, you could also do your own foundation. I know that part of what we want to do, we have interacted with you. We have mentioned the issue of endowment fund. This endowment fund is an opportunity for you also to get additional funding for you to support your building of shops and others. Any necessary infrastructural development can use the endowment fund. So I urge you all to take this opportunity as just one step, but there are other several steps that you can take to ensure that you have all the necessary workshops, infrastructure needed for effective training of the youth service sector. For this particular, I'm happy to join you for the official launch of the Nigerian Polytechnics Foundation. It's a visionary initiative dedicated to strengthening technical and vocational education, at the same time advancing innovation and enhancing the relevance of our polytechnics in national development. Today's event is not merely the birth of a new institution, it is the beginning of a movement to reposition our polytechnics as engines of creativity, hubs of technical expertise, and centers of applied research that directly respond to the needs of the industry and society. The launch of the NIPOF comes at a pivotal moment in our national conversation on skill development, youth employability, and also the future of work. As we continue to implement the renewable agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the Federal Ministry of Education is deeply committed to expanding the capacity of Nigeria's technical and vocational education system. We believe that our polytechnics play a crucial role in equipping young people with the competences needed to power manufacturing, engineering, digital technology, renewable energy, agriculture, transportation, and other sectors that are central to Nigeria's economic transformation. So the establishment of the Nigerian Federal Polytechnic Foundation represents a bold step toward bridging long-standing gaps in funding, research, innovation, and industry collaboration with the polytechnic space. By bringing together public and private sector partners, NIPOF is well positioned to support program development, strengthen infrastructure, promote entrepreneurship, reward excellence, and enhance the value of teaching and learning across our country. Because for us, we thought this is going to be a public-private partnership. Industry, private bodies, and the polytechnic. So it's important that you bring them on board. At a time when countries around the world are investing heavily in STEM, TVET, and applied research to drive competitiveness, Nigeria must not be left behind. Our polytechnic must be empowered not only to train technicians, but to produce innovators, problem solvers, and job creators. NIPOF's mandate to mobilize resources, forge partnership, and promote excellence is therefore critical to national progress. This foundation has the potential to serve as a major platform for expanding industry-oriented training and internship, strengthening linkages between polytechnics and the private sector, supporting capacity building for lecturers and instructors, funding research and prototypes of commercial values, encouraging female participation in technical fields, and lastly, boosting entrepreneurship among students and graduates. Let me also emphasize that improving the perception and status of technical and vocational education is central to our reforms. The launch of NIPOF sends a powerful message that TVET is not a second option, but a strategic pathway to national development. As such, the Federal Ministry of Education stands ready to collaborate with NIPOF to ensure that this foundation becomes a catalyst of excellence, inclusion, and innovation. To the founders, trustees, and partners of NIPOF, I extend my heartfelt congratulations. Your vision demonstrates patriotism, foresight, and a deep commitment to Nigeria's future. I encourage you to remain steadfast in your mission and cultivate strong national and international partnerships that will enrich the work of the foundation. To the wider Polytechnic community, administrators, lecturers, students, and alumni, I urge you to seize the opportunity that NIPOF presents. Let us work collectively towards strengthening our polytechnics so that they become globally competitive, industry responsive, and capable of shaping the skilled workforce our nation urgently needs. In conclusion, today marks a significant step forward in the revitalization of technical education in Nigeria. The Federal Ministry of Education commends this initiative and reaffirms its full support for the Nigerian Polytechnics Foundation as it embarks on the important task of transforming our polytechnic ecosystem. It is therefore my singular honor and privilege to launch the Nigerian Polytechnics Foundation for the benefits of all Nigerians. I wish you all success and look forward to positive impact on the leader of our foundation. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Minister of State for Education, a very distinguished personality, followed by the Executive Secretary of the National Board for Technical Education, and also the former ES, Dr. Lura, who are representative of the PubSec, Ministry of Education. Please, can we come for presentation of the flag? Thank you. The chairman of the occasion will continue to present the flag. Thank you.
Excuse? Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the organizers, it's my pleasure, Honorable Minister, after listening to your very brilliant remarks and speech, there's no doubt you're a very productive professor. But now ministry. You're now ministry. Let me present this to you in acknowledgement of your services and also in acknowledgement of the several things you are here to do and will continue to do for the development of the sector. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And now the Honorable Minister is presenting it to the chairman of our occasion. Thank you.
As I mentioned earlier, I recognize that Senator Dixon is very passionate about the TVET sector. I will also recognize the support he's given to NBTE. So it's really an honor to present this award of honor to Senator Saraki Dixon, in recognition of your distinguished leadership and unwavering support for technical and vocational education in Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. May I now invite the...
It is my honor to unveil the logo for the NIPOF.
Please put your hands together for the Honorable Minister. Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, Ministry of State for